Yeah, thanks, Jennifer. I think this is so important to recognize since the threat of identity theft can have a massive burden, not only financially, but like you mentioned, emotionally and even physically. When an individual falls victim to fraud, they feel extremely vulnerable, right? There's almost a sense of entrapment as they don't understand how or why or who they can trust. There's also a strong sense of fear due to the stress fraud can cause and the risk that comes with it. That's why, having a white glove fraud resolution service, like you mentioned, are so important, right? And I know we'll talk more about it as we continue.
And so when we looked at what steps fraud victims took to avoid re-victimization, they took different steps like changing accounts, closing accounts, stopping social media use, spending less. But the top steps that fraud victims took after victimization was that they turned on fraud alerts through their financial institution. So we know that some fraud victims are using this, which is great. The fraud alerts were most used by consumers in households of $150,000 and more, and consumers who are ages 34 and younger.